Are you okay receiving feedback? What if the feedback points out something you didn't do that well? Maybe they suggest something that you can improve on. How do you take it? Most of us do not like to be pointed out what we did wrong. We want to know what we did well. There is a skill that you need to develop to provide positive feedback in a way that others don't get that defensive. Because it is only natural that we want to be successful and do everything perfect, well, up to our own standards. So if we don't do things right, we made a mistake, for instance, then are we hard on ourselves? From speaking with so many people, my clients, and even just friends and people all around, all ages, you can observe they're not happy with themselves when they don't do such a good job. And they just don't like to be pointed out those failures or weaknesses. But we actually learn from mistakes. If we don't make any mistake, then we're perfect. But is there such thing as perfection? And can we live up to perfection all the time? We make it really, really hard on ourselves if we want to be perfect all the time. We're just not robots. We're humans and we make mistakes. And the best way to learn is to make a mistake. Now, I don't want you to go quickly and find out all the ways you can make a mistake. It just happens naturally. You don't need to put any effort into it. It happens naturally. We can turn around the way that we see mistakes, though. As long as we can see that something can be done better and we can improve, then it doesn't really matter if they're mistakes, if they're failures, if they're not up to our standards or not up to our boss's standards or up to our family standards. What we need to know is that we are always changing and we can improve, and that's part of life. Life isn't one static, perfect moment. We have our ups and downs. And as long as we know that we're making progress, then that's something that we should be happy about. Plus, if you cannot take any feedback, any point where you can improve, then you're not very resilient. And you do want to become resilient. So when really difficult times, like very, very complicated and complex times, emotionally too, emotionally draining times, then you will be more prepared because you'll just find it more natural. And this is something that we all struggle with. I just had a meeting with some leaders, and that's another thing that they have also found. And it's not the first, nor will it be the last meeting where I see that there's always this emotional involvement, though we're mostly not conscious about them, but there is an emotional involvement where we just don't want to make a mistake. We want to be perfect all the time. We want to feel great all the time. We need to work on it. And another little thing before I go. Meditation is one way to get into the zone of feeling powerful, feeling that we can do well. And if something doesn't go perfectly well as we want, we'll still be more prepared to take those little obstacles in the way because we're in the right mindset. In a mindset of, yes, I can do it. I can do it. And then things will be easier. Just give it a go. Practice a little. It's a suggestion, but highly effective people use this as a tool every morning and sometimes also in the evenings. focus on the breath or focus on something in particular, for instance, building compassion, and focus only on one thing, single-pointedly, and let all the other thoughts go. Just one thing. The easiest one, or the simplest one, not easiest, simplest one, is a breathing meditation. So you can focus only on the breath and let go of all other thoughts. Gently remind yourself to get back to the breath. Just give it a go. There are apps also where you can practice different sorts of meditations. And then see how your mind becomes clearer. You feel more relaxed, and then you're ready to take on the day. Whether there will be good things that happen, there will be some obstacles, some difficulties, challenges, but you'll be ready. Just give it a go. I'm Danny Rios, and I'll see you next time. Bye.